I was in the top bunk, and all of a sudden I felt something very uncomfortable, and it woke me up, and I couldn't believe what was going on, and I felt violated, and I knew this was wrong. So this started the years of abuse that I was subjected to.
My dad was sexually abused by my Uncle Bill when he was a young child, and it continued secretively for years. He didn't have a super close relationship with his mom, and his dad had passed away when he was only 5 years old, so there was no father figure there.
I just had nobody to really go to.
My dad found out years later that he was not the only family member that happened to. It happened to my Uncle Paul. It happened to several other family members. And he also knows that there were kids in the neighborhood. So my uncle is definitely a serial pedophile.
The thing that's unique about these sexual abuse cases is many of the individuals don't come forward until they're much older. They know who their abuser is. Because it took them so long to come forward, the statute of limitations has run and they can't get the justice that they're hoping for.
Bob suspected that his brother had more victims and was convinced his brother was still a predator. So he went to law enforcement to try and stop future abuse from happening.
In many cases, when we spoke to law enforcement, we were treated like criminals. And we're walking in saying, look, hey, this happened to us. We're trying to get some justice here.
Bob hit roadblock after roadblock from law enforcement, all due to the statute of limitations.
After going to law enforcement and having really no good feedback from them, my cousin and I had decided, let's see if we can find him and just do our own investigation, because nobody else is going to help us.
Bob created an alias online to track his brother down to see if he could get proof that his brother was still committing crimes against children.
So in the correspondence that went between myself, my cousin, and my brother, he had even admitted that he had abused a family member that had come from Chicago. And that was my nephew. There were no other siblings. So he actually admitted a crime that couldn't be prosecuted.
Bob sent me an email. And in that email, he had indicated that he had been able to gain the trust of his brother, that the brother had provided information about the nefarious acts he was up to in regards to children, and that at some point he sent Bob illicit photographs that we eventually determined to be child pornography.
So because of what the detective work that my dad did, my uncle got arrested, and he did do jail time for 7 years. Unfortunately, he did not do any time for the abuse that he inflicted on my dad because of the statute of limitations. But he did do time for the child pornography pictures that were sent through email.
He got maybe a little justice for him and his family, but he really got justice for the community because he took a predator off the street.
He was charged with 2 counts of possession of child pornography. However, he had hundreds of images on hard drives and his existing computer. So they could have charged him for multiple images, and his sentence potentially could have been much, much longer.
While Bob was able to finally get the justice system to convict his brother for some of his crimes, the statute of limitations laws protected this predator from being prosecuted for Bob's claims. Because of this, Bob's brother is now out of prison. This is why Child USA continues to fight for the safety of children by ending the statutes of limitations.
I certainly think that people should support Child USA because they're doing real work and they're getting real results.
I think the work that Child USA is doing is incredibly important. Bringing these things to light, talking about the justice system is imperative for us to figure out a way forward in protecting our children.
Child USA is extremely important. If an organization like that can really push legislation to get rid of the statute of limitation, then I think that there will be more victims that actually step forward.
I'm very grateful for meeting Marcy, and I'm very grateful for the award, and I'm very grateful for the work that they're doing.
Congratulations, Bob, for this Voice of the Voiceless Award. There could not be a better fit.
Congratulations, Dad. I love you, and you've always been my hero.